Hello, boys and girls. Today, we are going to have a lesson on where babies come from. Actually, I'm just kidding. Sorta. Um, but I do want to talk about abortion. Yay! Um, but before I do that, let me just get some housekeeping out of the way. I have heard that YouTube is going to be going after channels and videos that are anti-Reichshot. And I want YouTube to be very clear and understand that I fully support taking drugs from strangers. And I also want to say that this past election was completely fair, mathematically sound, and amazingly secure. And Jeffrey Epstein definitely killed himself. So now that we've got that, hi all YouTubans. So now that we've got that out of the way, so I was going to do this video last night actually, and then I ended up going out to dinner with my family to celebrate my daughter's birthday. And I thought that'd be a good segue to this video because I can't imagine my life without my kids and how it would be. And I can't imagine having been participating, haven't had participated in some fashion in killing one of them. And I don't know what people deal with when it comes to that, and I'm trying to be judgmental about it, but it's just where I am. Since we, you know, with biology and all, we know what it is. So what I wanted to do was take the risk of explaining why this issue, abortion, means what this means for the other healthcare issues that we are dealing with in our current climate, right? And so it also, just coincidentally, as I was putting this together, I found out that the Supreme Court is going to be taking up a new bill, not a bill, but a new case that could affect, Roe v. Wade. So, and something like that kind of shows, I think no matter which side of that debate that you come down on, that both sides look at this as a civil liberties situation. Okay. And I think that's the common ground there, that we both look at it as a civil liberties situation. And anytime that you do that, you're also inevitably bringing in the concept of the proper role of government. And so what I wanted to do was to just talk about why abortion, and the left will often use this as a litmus test, but I want to say why abortion should also be a litmus test on the right, and why it should be a litmus test in regards to the current healthcare climate situation that we're in. And so I've got some notes here, so if you'll pardon me if I'm a little bit robotic here, but I've got some points I wanted to explain that I jotted down. Looks like I have 6 of them. So point 1, abortion is selfish. And so, I mean, moms and even if it's a medical situation, in the rare cases, which I'm not morally condemning, okay, I understand difficult situations sometimes in rare circumstances have to be made. But it's a situation where you choose the mother's life over the child. And in that respect, most abortions are done not for those reasons. And so what tends to happen is the mother's needs, desires, goals, dreams, those are put ahead of the life of the child. I mean, that's just a fact. So those people who promote the Reichshot will do so oftentimes by arguing that by doing it, you are actually caring for others, right? This is why if somebody supports abortion, that's a fail. That's a logic fail, because in this respect, you don't care about other people, the lives of other people. So it's hard to use that. I mean, they'll use it. They don't care. But that's why it's not a good argument for me, for people who think. And there's plenty of us out there who are still thinking. Point two, abortion is a discipline issue. 99% of abortions are elective, meaning that there is a push to promote a reckless lifestyle, one that can lead to the death of another. So people who promote recklessness ought not be those who are those you take healthcare advice from, because that usually means if you're caring for your body, you're disciplined, not reckless. Point three, abortion is not really about healthcare. And I'm going to go through a few different statistics here, or points, and I will put the link that I got these from if you want to check this out. But a 1997 government funded study in Finland found women who abort are approximately 4 times more likely to die in the following year than women who carry their pregnancies to term. Approximately 10% of women undergoing elective abortion will suffer immediate complications, of which approximately 1/5, 2%, are considered life-threatening. The 9 most common major complications which can occur at the time of an abortion are infection, excessive bleeding, embolism, ripping or perforation of the uterus, anesthesia complications, convulsions, hemorrhage, cervical injury, and endotoxic shock. The most common minor complications include infection, bleeding, fever, second-degree burns, chronic abdominal pain, vomiting, gastrointestinal disturbances, and RH sensitization. Sorry. So let me stop there. I got some more to go. I just want to focus on the fact that people are promoting this remedy as a cure for something in which your chances are 0.05%. And I'm not minimizing those who fall into that category. I'm not. But that's the category that is the statistical data right now. So I'm just saying, they promote this, and there's all these things that can happen. It's a higher rate of problem. And they promote it. So I'm just saying, they promote that negative stuff. Legal abortion is reported as the 5th leading cause of maternal death in the United States. Women with a history of one abortion face 2 to 3 times higher risk of having cervical cancer compared to women with no history of abortion. Women with 2 or more abortions face almost 5% relative risk, or almost 5 times relative risk. Similar elevated risk of subsequent ovarian and liver cancer have also been linked to single and multiple abortions. Between 2 to 3% of all abortion patients may suffer perforation of their uterus. Uterine damage may result in the complications in later pregnancies and may eventually evolve into problems which require hysterectomy, which itself may result in a number of additional complications and injuries, including osteoporosis. Abortion increases the risk of placenta previa in later pregnancies, a life-threatening condition for both the mother and her wanted pregnancy, by 7 to 15-fold. So all of that, these are the people who say they promote the healthy stuff. No, they don't. They don't care about your health. Point 4. Abortion is not women's liberation. The same secular elites that promote a pop culture that degrades women as sexual objects through Hollywood and media, and also pervert feminism to make it to seem to where if you're unless you go and do the things that were traditionally the man's role, that you're somehow less than a woman. So think about that for a minute. That's the new feminism. I'm all for feminism. I'm all for my daughters doing whatever they want to do. Okay. But the way they run this stuff is they say, here's what men do, and it's amazing. And if you want to be amazing too, you women have to do what men do. As if the roles that women have aren't amazing. You see what I'm saying? They exalt the man's role and then say that's feminism. How's that feminism? They denounce what women do naturally, how women are naturally. They don't promote the things that are womanly. And these are the same people that are confused about gender as well. So note this ambiguity in regards to this. And so, you're not a woman unless you go off to the office space, sit at a cubicle, get sexually harassed by your male coworkers or bosses, maybe get pregnant, have an abortion. That is what the secular society offers up. And so, let me see. So, what was it? Where was I at? Okay, so uh, just aside from the health issues that women are subjected to that I previously mentioned, the abortion mills provide cover for sex crimes against women. Go look for yourself. Go look for the stories where the abortion mill caught the rapist. They caught the pedophile. They caught the person doing incest. You never see that. Well, I'm not going to say you never. I want to say I saw one at one point when I was doing searching recently for this. I couldn't find one, but I kind of remember some vague story. I found stories where they covered up crime. They, not just generally not talking about it. I mean, like actively, so it seems. Um, Releasing young girls back to their pedophiles. I saw stories like that. This is what abortion mills do. And of course, this is what they do because they're immoral. That's what these places are. When they're doing one thing immoral, you think they're going to stop at the other stuff? No, they're immoral. So let's move to point 5. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to say this. So they dispose of the DNA evidence. Apparently, because we've all seen this, where they sell it to the highest bidder. But they do that for science, which leads to point 5. Abortion denies science. So, my side of the demographic, philosophical, political worldview spectrum is constantly accused of being the science deniers, which I guess that means we deny Fauci, who said he was science. But just because, for like one example, I don't believe that the secular elites can control the weather through taxation, that I'm denying science somehow. Um, you know, we all, well, I don't want to say we all, but any of those of us who grew up in the public school system realized that we were taught sex ed class and where babies come from, right? Yet somehow the people who run the government school system are confused at how babies get here. So these people apparently lack the basic knowledge of anatomy and biology. We should not be taking healthcare advice from these people. Point 6. Abortion is not serving the public. It is, in fact, exterminating them. Elected representatives sign up in our stead to be in our place to do things we can't do. Not everybody can be there doing the people's business. So we trust them to do it on our behalf, right? They're our representatives. You have to have empathy, sympathy, care for those you are representing. How, and as a constituent, how can you trust a person when you don't know what's going on? You don't know the deals that are being made. How can you trust someone that you know promotes the death of fellow constituents? It's just a simple thing, you know. I know people can be evil on the inside and hide it. That's one thing. That's something we all have to deal with. But it's there. It's exposed. They admit it. They're for it. They promote it. They fund it. The deaths of their own constituency. So that is a big problem. And remember that we should not be taking, I would say, healthcare advice from people who brought us, I don't know, the same management people that brought us the amazing success of Afghanistan that we just saw. These are the same people that when they know the camera's on, they have the masks on. But when the cameras are off and they get caught on camera without their masks, they're playing a game. They're playing a game. They do what is expedient for them. That's what they do. Of course they would if they support killing people, right? Again, the science doesn't support that. And remember, California, not too long ago, decriminalized knowingly giving somebody AIDS. These are government people. And yet they're the ones we're looking to as an authority for our healthcare decisions. This is why I think just taking the abortion situation and thinking about it will show you everything that you need to know in regards to whether or not you should listen to these people.